I'm here with Philong. He is an international student studying in Canada, planning to stay here. He's from Vietnam, and many of his peers are here as well. There are tens of thousands of Vietnamese students who will fortunately stay here after they're done their studies. And guess what? They want to sign up and be part of the Conservative Party because they know the alternative to freedom. So tell me more about that, Philong.
Well, honestly, like our Vietnamese people, we are very, very pro-business. Comparing to a country back there, there are always like gatekeepers around. Actually, like there was
in Vietnam, you mean?
In Vietnam, honestly, and it was a kind of problem about like crony capitalism. That's what I'm saying, because there's always that monopoly, and it's very hard for you if you don't have like enough connection, if you don't have enough like licenses, or therefore that's the kind of qualification that you have to like. You have to get in order to be allowed to open businesses. Otherwise, if you want to open businesses, it would be very slow, very small, and there's no way you can grow much higher. Therefore, I felt like that's a big gatekeeper for the pro-business like a spirit that we have. Therefore, when we come here, we see a Pierre Poilievre right here. Wow, the guys are actually really fighting for the businesses right here, because every of us
for free enterprise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So every of us, once we work in the company first, or maybe other like places like around Canada, so we found like, okay, we always want to spend a few times working here, a few years working here, but we always want to open our own business to do what we need to do.
So there's two types of capitalism. There's crony capitalism, which is directed by the state.
Yeah.
And then there's free enterprise capitalism, which is directed by the consumer.
Exactly.
So in crony capitalism, what you have is businesses get ahead by winning the favor of regulators and politicians and bureaucrats who give them subsidies, impose rules to shut out competition, bring in licensing obstacles. In other words, the gatekeepers. Everyone has to pay off the gatekeeper to get ahead, and that's what happens in countries like Vietnam. There's a gatekeeper effect as the state tries to direct crony capitalism. But what we're trying to do here, Philong, is, as you said, bring in free enterprise capitalism, where instead of pleasing politicians, businesses have to please customers by selling them things they want that are worth more than they cost. They're where you get ahead by having the best product instead of by having the best lobbyist. And I suspect that the young people who are in your group that are joining my campaign and supporting my plan for Canada, they want to have free enterprise capitalism.
Exactly.
Yeah, they want to start businesses that they get ahead based on merit, not political connections.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually work in many kind of industry, like a hair salon. We work in maybe like carpentry. So we always want to open something related to the industry that we used to work in, because we always find like there's always the potential in the kind of industry, so we can get it much better. So that's why we always think about like opening our own. For sure, it's going to serve the economy much better, because we can hire more people, which will lower the unemployment rate.
So free enterprise, entrepreneurial capitalism will give our young people the chance to break through. It'll also, this is why the big corporations are against me. Big, Bell and all of the old oligarchs don't like my campaign, because I'm challenging the state enterprise model of Justin Trudeau, where they're protected by regulators, they don't have competition or much of it, and therefore they're comfortable and happy raking in your money. I want to break up the crony capitalism and replace it with free enterprise, entrepreneurial, bottom-up capitalism, meritocracy, not aristocracy. And that brings leftist tears, right? Because the big corporate woke oligarchs who are tied to the Trudeau government make money off of him. They're the new left, the corporate left, and they are crying leftist tears right here in Philong's mug.
Still drinking it.
He's still drinking those tears, and they're going to be crying more tears as our new country, our country built on free enterprise by putting people back in charge of their lives, flourishes more and more into the future. Thanks very much, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Let's go make it happen.
Yeah.